going to win?
Would this beat Derek Lunsford?
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a doubt.
Hi guys, welcome back with the early qualification series of 2024 Mr. Olympia. As per the new rule from last year, only top 3 in the Olympia get the next year Olympia qualification. And we already don't have point system anymore, so each athlete has to win the show in order to qualify for the biggest bodybuilding show. So up to this point, let's look at the list of qualified athletes for the 2024 Mr. Olympia. Theo Leggetti from France qualified for the 2024 Mr. Olympia in Japan Pro last year in November. So he got plenty of time to make significant improvements and put on some quality size on his frame. Recently in his off season he went close to 300 pounds and he's planning to bring a bigger and better package to move up in the Olympia lineup this year. Tonio Burton aka the Predator was at 8th place last year, which is his highest placing so far, and this year he has given a very bold statement that he's going to be top 6 at the 2024 Mr. Olympia.
This year's Olympia, top 6 this year.
Tonio obviously is not a mass monster, but he has a combination of beautiful frame, an aesthetically pleasing look, and a very proportional physique, which can beat a lot of athletes in Olympia. Tonio qualified to the Olympia by winning Cali Pro 2024, whereas Martin Fitzwater is going to step on Mr. Olympia stage very first time. He has mass, sharp conditioning, and he's also very aesthetically pleasing with a very small waist. He wanted to win New York Pro against the mutant Nick Walker, and according to the judges, he was very close to beat Nick, which tells he has huge potential to do very well in the Mr. Olympia.
Martin, I think, showed that he is probably a very big contender to do damage at his first Olympia. So between Nick and Martin, I think many of these poses were extremely close. Martin pushed him to the limit.
27 years old Martin is going to bring more definition, more quality in his debut in the biggest bodybuilding show. Right now, the number 1 bodybuilder in Brazil, the rising star Rafael Brando, is one of the heavy hitters in the Olympia lineup this year. He was at 10th place in a very tough lineup in 2022 Mr. Olympia, and after a long off-season under the supervision of his new coach Neil Hill, he has put on significant amount of muscle mass on his frame, while he still maintains his classic look, small midsection and beautiful shape. Fans have seen the improved version of Brazilian athlete on Arnold Classic Ohio stage, which really shocked the bodybuilding world, and this year he's going to be a force to be reckoned with on Mr. Olympia stage. Last year, former Mr. Olympia Brandon Curry was in the hospital just days before the Olympia due to food poisoning, which really hampered his performance as he lost prominent amount of size and he could not peak well for the show, but he still managed to take solid 4th place. This year he will make sure that he's going to bring his best look on stage to be one of the front runners of the show. He's 41 years old, he has very round, thick, cartoonish physique, and he still has a lot of potential to be the best on Olympia stage and possibly winning his 2nd Sandow Trophy.
That's exactly potential of Mr. Olympia. He has everything about him says Mr. Olympia.
The Nigerian lion Samson Dauda is going to train in the Oxygen Gym in Kuwait for his Olympia prep. Many experts believe he has the best chance to be the last man standing at this year's Olympia, as he was at 6th place in his first Olympia and 3rd last year. And this year he has the clear goal to win the Sandow Trophy, but he has not beaten yet Derek Lunsford and especially Hadi Choopan, as Hadi and Samson shared the stage 5 times so far, and every time Hadi was dominant. This year he's working with his wife after leaving his coach Milos Sarcev, and he will be one of the biggest bodybuilders on stage, weighing in at 300 plus pounds, and he's still growing. Samson has improved his weak spot a lot, such as his back. His lower half is already very astonishing. He has size, amazing flow, and very classic look. All he needs is to bring a crisp, sharp conditioning to knock out the reigning champ. Two times Mr. Olympia Big Ramy is finally making a comeback. He had a disappointing performance in 2022 Mr. Olympia, where he wanted to win his third Olympia title, but he had to drop down for 5th place, which was unbelievable result for fans and for experts as well.
Big Ramy was not 5th place finisher at Olympia and a not 4th place finisher at Arnold. What happened there? I don't know. Maybe they just overlooked him.
2022, I didn't have him 5th.
Last year, he decided to take a break from Olympia and give chance to his body to rest and fully recover. And earlier this year, Ramy's manager and his holistic therapist revealed that Ramy has made a good recovery. His arms, especially his triceps, his back and also legs have drastically improved.
His left arm has improved tremendously. Progress is great. The left arm and tricep is looking great. He's injury-free, pain-free, moving very, very well and developing very, very well. So we will see you on stage soon.
So fans are super excited and hopeful to see the Egyptian mass monster Big Ramy fighting for the 1st place. Coach Chris Aceto believes Ramy is not done yet.
I just think that Ramy's not done. I don't think he's done.
I think all eyes going to be on Ramy.
And I think he still has the ability to bring his unbeatable package this year Olympia. 39 years old, Ramy is still very dedicated to bring his best version on Olympia stage and get back his title.
It's about everything. More mass, more definition. The freak factor. That's what I'm known for. The freak factor.
Here's the best.
Another mass monster in the lineup, the mutant Nick Walker, will be competing in Olympia this year after 1-year break due to hamstrings and calf tear. And last year, many believed in the bodybuilding community that Nick could have won if he were competing in 2023 Mr. Olympia.
If you would have came in the way I know you can come in and the way it was,
I would have won.
The way it was looking, you would have probably won the Olympia.
His recent victory in the New York Pro led him to qualify for the Mr. Olympia 2024. And now his only aim is to defeat Derek Lunsford and get his first ever Sandow Trophy. Fans, bodybuilding experts and even judges have pointed out Nick's midsection that he needs to control his waistline. But Nick is going to make sure that he will be super dry and big enough to be invincible for his fellow contestants this year. The Iranian pride Hadi Choopan was hoping to win his 2nd title of Mr. Olympia last year, but he was defeated by the rising star Derek Lunsford, which was a huge disappointment for Iranian fans and for Hadi as well. But this year Hadi came back on stage and won back-to-back 2 big shows, Arnold Classic Ohio and Arnold Classic UK, just to remind his potential to the bodybuilding world, as many people were skeptical that he won't be fighting for the Mr. Olympia title again. And after his incredible improvements in Arnold Classic Ohio, many experts now believe he could have won 2023 Mr. Olympia if he brought that package.
Now I'm going to put you on the spot. Would this have beat Derek Lunsford?
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a doubt.
Hadi is focused more than ever and he's leaving no stone unturned to knock out the champ and get back his Olympia title. So the reigning champ Derek Lunsford is going to defend his title this year. Last year he brought tremendous improvements on stage. He was sharper, he was heavier, and in back shots he was completely unbeatable, especially from conditioning standpoint. But on the flip side, he was not as good in front shots as he was in the back shots. This year he is putting his full efforts to improve his weak spots to enhance the development of his chest and abs to be untouchable once again. Derek is the only bodybuilder who has won 212 and also Men's Open Olympia. He's not really tall, his height is only 5 feet 6 inches, and this year he has to face a fierce battle as Big Ramy is aiming to bring one of his best looks. Nick Walker is extremely hungry to be the last man standing.
You won't be first this year.
Hadi Choopan wants redemption, as well as Samson Dauda, who has all the tools to be the number 1. The deadline for the Olympia qualification is September 15, and there are many bodybuilders who are not qualified yet. And we know some of them can make a big impact on the Olympia stage this year. So one of the most aesthetically pleasing bodybuilders right now, Andrew Jacked, was at 5th place last year. He's not qualified yet. As per new rule of Olympia, only top 3 will be qualified for the next year Olympia. So he's going to compete in Texas Pro to get his Olympia qualification. While Regan Grimes, who was at 9th place last year, he has decided not to compete this year with the intention to bring more muscle mass for 2025 Mr. Olympia. The Russian freak Vitaly Ogolnikov aka Good Vito was very close to qualify to the Mr. Olympia in Detroit Pro this year against Martin Fitzwater. He has already started his off-season, but might be possible we see him competing this year again to earn his ticket to the Olympia. The Colombian mass monster Rubiel Mosquera aka the Nexzilla is going to attempt his Olympia qualification in Dubai Pro very soon. We saw him last year in Prague Pro where he mesmerized fans with his cartoonish physique. And it will be very fascinating to see him standing in Olympia next to Nick Walker, Big Ramy and Derek Lunsford. The Slovakian rising star Michal Križo could not deliver his best look on Olympia stage last year, but he still managed to get solid 7th place. He's going to earn his Olympia qualification soon in EM Pro in Spain against 2019 Mr. Olympia runner-up William Bonac, who is making a comeback to the Olympia. Hunter Labrada is going to compete very first time in Europe to secure his Olympia qualification. We have another mass monster, Carlos Thomas Jr. He might be competing this year in Legion Sports Fest Pro, and if he wins this show, we will surely see him on Olympia stage. So that's all guys, thanks for watching and stay tuned for all Olympia updates.